suddenly some other question which is cropping up to my mind. It might sound a little political, but they can choose not to answer that if you want to.
Please.
But I would want you to answer. Does the government of India, do they do a good branding work?
Well, now, if you ask me, today, our leaders who are running the constitution, Ravi, plus or minus, doesn't matter. But we are heard, we are seen at a global stage. Today, our leaders are globally recognized. I'm not saying the earlier leaders were not. What I'm trying to say is, India today, with efforts, and it could be any government, but the India story is rising. That's why we call Rising India.
Let me pull you back.
Yes.
The context of my questioning.
Yes.
You took a couple of programs names.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the names of the programs?
I talked about Vision 2030 of healthcare.
No, you said something in Hindi.
I talked about Digital India. I talked about Literate India. I talked about...
You said something about in Hindi.
Jai Vigyan Jai Anusandhan. Yes.
Yes. Can you repeat it again?
It is Jai Vigyan Jai Anusandhan.
29% of this population in this country, they live in 5 southern states.
Agree.
They don't even understand what you just said.
Yeah.
Indian government is doing a great job. Why can't they focus on branding? Because these efforts are not reaching 29% of the population living in 5 southern states.
Yeah.
The communication, the brand propulsion,
100%.
the efforts which is made by the government of India,
you're right,
are not really understood by the people at the ground.
Yeah.
You can choose not to answer this question, but that's why I asked you.
No, I would definitely answer this question, Ravi. While it's important to do a better branding and communication about the policies and vision that India focuses on, our leadership needs to be more articulate, vernacularly. Geographic divide needs to be kept in mind before even diverging a lot of and amplifying these communication. What I'm trying to say is there was a vision and there is a vision, a line talking Made in India. Now, Made in India is a very powerful line of action.
What are the equivalent to that in India? Atmanirbhar?
Atmanirbhar Bharat, or the
Atmanirbhar
independent India, or the stronger India, because technology, we Indians.
Do you remember Kanimari made a joke about that in Parliament?
100%.
She tried to read it twice. She said, "Why are you naming them so difficult? We can't even pronounce that."
So, Ravi, that's what I'm saying. That there is always a space to improve. What I'm trying to say is the starts are made. There's an initiative. It's again okay. Let me put it in a very different manner. When a product is born, or let's say when a human being is born, parents wants to keep a name which should be unique in nature. Okay.
Right.
Now, let's say somebody wants to, somebody wants to keep their kid's name as, let's say, Eklavya. Now, it's not necessarily that Eklavya connects with each and every audience in India. Yeah, but it's a uniquely positioned name for their kid.
You know how Eklavya is said in Tamil?
How?
Ekalavan.
Eklavan. See,
we add na to it.
Yeah, so my point, Ravi, to that point, why I brought this analogy is, good thing is starts are made.
I brought this topic on a very lighter tone. The problem is, every good effort which is made by this government, reaching the global stage, also need to reach to every citizen of this country.
Imagine government of India, what they're doing also like a startup now. They're learning, they're improving. They also need to learn the brand strength, brand value, and how to take that brand narrative across divergent stakeholders and citizens of India if they want to reach the last mile or the last mile connectivity or the last citizen with any service or any scheme. They need to communicate the message clearly. As you rightly said, it needs to cut across in the most viable manner, most constructive manner.
I'll borrow a conundrum from you. If they don't focus on that, there are middlemen who will dilute all your efforts.
100%.
And they'll communicate it differently to the end mass.
Right.
That's where the branding need to
Absolutely correct.
To pull you back, I'm really not sure whether I'm going to use this footage or not, but it's fun having this conversation.
No, it was really, really fun. Very interesting.
Give 5-point summary to my viewers. Then we'll end this conversation.
Well, to summarize, I think better than summary, there's a word called fact check. Fact check for all the startups, SMEs, or aspirants to be a unicorn, and even the unicorns themselves. One, know the purpose behind your startup idea or the product or the service or the concept. Know what kind of problem or challenges in the society on the national level or the global level are you aspiring to solve. 3, create a brand narrative or a brand strategy plan which is not only aligned to your own success, but also to the national vision alignment and national success. 4, you need to let experts manage your brand, because if you get into that domain, build business gets diluted. So you focus on building the business and let the brand strategists do that for you, because brand is a story of relevance, connectivity, and hand-holding. You need to have the right brand strategy fit for your go-to market. That's on the summary. And Ravi, the way he has started this platform, the initiative benefit, and people like us are here to help you. And thus, you can write or connect on we are here to help @startupsforbreakfast.com. If you want to talk about a brand strategy for your own startup or an idea, you can connect with me directly on sharad@wnnworld.in, or you can go to my website, www.wnnworld.in.
If you are an entrepreneur or a startup visionary, Startups for Breakfast is a platform where you can come, learn from the specialist. We'll talk about their expertise on subject matter, which would be very much required for your startups and entrepreneurship. Signing off, Ravi Venkatraman. If you need any help, write to we are here to help @startupsforbreakfast.com. Thank you so much.